You have probably all heard of the triangle method, the 3 to 5 second rule, or the 50 to 70 rule. What if I were to say that in many cases, these methods actually make eye contact more awkward? That's why after years of being awkward, I invented my own method. Plus a few tricks that make it all easier, faster, and less awkward. But first, why do those other methods have the opposite effect on a lot of people? With many of these methods, you are told where to look during eye contact, or for how long, or when, but actually that makes you think about the eye contact, whereas it should be something that happens naturally, and focusing on the eye contact is what makes you feel awkward. Realize how tiring it would be if you would think about every step while walking. How should I place my feet? Am I walking crooked? Am I walking too upright? That would be exhausting. You would probably avoid walking as much as possible. It is exactly the same with eye contact. That is why I know it sounds way easier than it is, but focus on other things than you. For example, on what the other person is saying, and you might finally hear what your friend is saying for once. But putting your focus on something else is almost impossible if you forget this next step. If you see the person you're making eye contact with as bigger or better than most of the time, that makes you intimidated, and so making the eye contact awkward. For example, it's way easier to make eye contact with someone you know very well, or someone that you see as equal or less, like a good friend or someone way younger, than someone you don't know that well, or someone you look up to, like a further friend or someone you find attractive. Our brain has automatically that when you look up to someone, you want to make a good impression. That looks different for everyone, but for some people it results in feeling intimidation. While when it's someone you see as equal or lower, you don't feel the need to prove yourself, and so you feel much less awkward. The solution to this is to realize that we're all humans of flesh and blood. Everyone has their bad moments and their good ones, and everyone has their strong points and their weak ones. Big chance he is just as awkward as you. The most awkward situation with eye contact for me and a lot of other people is when you're walking towards someone, for example, on a walking path, and you have no idea what to do. Do I have to look him in the eye already? Should I just keep looking at the ground? Does he see how awkward I am? You don't want that, but actually it's really simple. Here it almost works the same. Focus on other things than you. Enjoy the nature around you. Immerse yourself in the music you are listening to. Look at what is happening around you. And when you're about 3 meters apart, look the person in the eye shortly and nod or greet him and just go on about your day. And what really speeded the process of getting used to eye contact, we're practicing these two things every day that each take only a few minutes. For the first one, go to a mirror, or if you don't have one, use the one on your phone and just make eye contact for a minute or two. Also do it while doing other things like brushing your teeth or showering. That way it's gonna be less forced. For the second one, on my channel, go to playlists and click on eye contact practice. There you see videos of people making eye contact with you. That way you can practice it even better. But I recommend starting with the mirror because it can be quite uncomfortable for some people to start with the videos. Now that I've told you everything you need to know, here is a brief summary. Don't focus on the eye contact, focus on the other person. See yourself as equal because you are. Use the 3-meter rule when passing someone. Practice the exercises daily. If this video helped you, subscribe because I teach the things nobody ever actually taught us.